Hello everybody, my name is Dr. George Pataki. I'm an international consultant in education, and today we will talk about public education. Public education is a service offered by the government to children and young people. Sometimes even old folks can qualify to receive public education. This service is not available everywhere in the world, and the rules may be different depending on each country or region. In most cases, the public education is free. Parents don't pay for their children's education. Offered to children and young people is compulsory up to a certain age or grade stated in the law, is highly regulated and monitored by the Parliament, Congress, government, other local, national or international bodies, and is financed from public money, from central, regional or local authorities. Public education is divided in stages of schooling. We have first the kindergarten and then primary stage, lower secondary stage or intermediate stage, upper secondary or high school, post-secondary, where we have post-high school studies or university studies. Even though the post-secondary education or the university level is still considered part of the public education system in many countries, there are significant differences in comparison with the other stages. This stage is not compulsory and is not entirely free. The universities have the autonomy to organize the programs of study based on their own directions of development. The universities have the right to select their students. Advantages of a public education system. All children and young people have equal access, chances and opportunities to be educated for free. The education is offered in close relationship with the national strategies, regulations, curriculum and standards. All graduates are granted more or less with the same competencies. Public education is connected to the labor market needs, preparing students for certain jobs or professions. Disadvantages of a public education system. It is very expensive, up to 10% of the GDP, employs a large number of teachers that are seen as a huge burden for public finances. It is used not only to educate but also to indoctrinate the young generations, see all dictatorial regimes. It is the favorite ball to play in all election campaigns and other political games. It is highly politicized and very often the promotions are not obtained in a transparent way. The return of investment is very low, almost everywhere. There is an important question to be answered. How good is the public education? Well, that depends. Even in the same school we have huge differences. The performance will always depend on the resources and efforts paid for the game. Let's make an analogy. The need for education is like the hunger. Any cheap or expensive food will do the trick, but the personal satisfaction is different. The government wants to pay $1 for a $5 education performance, but usually they end up paying half a dollar for any type of performance, relying on teachers' sense of duty, disregarding their readiness, skills and motivation. On this chart from OECD, we can easily observe who is investing more money in public education. But there is an important question. More money means better results? Well, yes and no, because it's not only about the money. There are many other things to consider when we assess the quality of education. Let's have a quick example. According to this chart, Mexico is investing $3,000 to educate one child, while the United States for the same business is spending $11,000. Can we say that students in the United States are 4 times more educated than the ones in Mexico? Obviously not. What we can say is that in United States teachers are better paid and schools are looking much nicer than the ones in Mexico. Therefore, the students have more opportunities and chances for a better education. Here we have the top 15 countries or high scorers in 2015 PISA international assessments in math, reading and science. This chart proves once again that it is not about budgets and finances, but more importantly it's about finding a successful formula or recipe to grant higher results to satisfy the needs of your country nationally and internationally. Beyond educational strategies, I truly believe that another factor which is very important in the game is the culture of the people, of the locals. I'm talking about a culture of excellence in teaching and learning and a culture of producing high results. What increases the quality of public education? Well, a healthy national vision about the future, stable economy and political scene, investment in education, happy and committed teachers, effective school management, transparent procedures and regulations, performance-driven environment, friendly and supportive schools for students and teachers, community and parents' involvement, continuous professional development of teaching staff, the culture of learning, chances and opportunities. How do you know if your public education system is doing fine? A healthy public education system is free of corruption and bad political influence, fake teachers and generalized private tutoring, abnormal practices in assessment and marking, favoritism and nepotism, dictatorial management at all levels, parents' interference in the teacher's business, false reports and truncated data, ambiguous law, procedures and regulations. What is public education after all? Without entering into other philosophies of education, remember that the public education is there because you pay for it as a taxpayer. Its main purpose is not to offer jobs to teachers, but to educate the best they can your children so that they'll be able to fulfill their dreams and become professionals in whatever field they choose. Any public education system has standards and performance descriptors so that you will know when they fail to accomplish their mission. Keep yourself informed and, if needed, act to make them more accountable.